What is up, you two? Hey, Mob. Hi, Joel. Oh, you rocking some good. That is a house I have yet to check out. Make sure you hit that like button. All right. So today I've been testing out Roja Burlington 1819, and I can still smell it on me. And I'm in the dry down. The dry down is magnificent. You really get that tobacco. You get some vanilla. You get some a distinct. You get a distinct cumin, and I feel like the vanilla is kind of soft here. It's not as prominent, but it's really good. I'm impressed. I love the opening of 1819 Burlington by Roja. That intense, intoxicating blast of a juicy grapefruit, lime. Oh, it's so good. The top notes last, I think I got like 2 hours from the top notes before the um before the ginger started creeping in. Man, it's such a beautiful, formal summer springtime fragrance, which is good to dress up for like an outside wedding. It's definitely worth getting your hands on if you really want to get into some niche fragrances. What's up, Jason? Okay. Rocking some Zaharoff Chrome Extreme. I never really got into that line, other than I got into Wanted by Night and the Most Wanted Parfum. That's about it. Hey, Mob, just a little advice. There's no real like age limit to fragrances, except there is some exceptions with certain fragrances. Like, for example, here we got Roja Parfums 1819 Burlington. I really don't see too many youthful people rocking this. It might not be their acquired taste. But if I had to compare this to a fragrance, I think I would say this would be along the lines of like a Zaharoff fragrance. I would say citrine, and I could think of another one. Another one I could compare this to would be Homage Lineage Reflection 45. I feel like the way the top notes come in, it's very sweet, very juicy, very citrusy. But then you get this blast of a heady note of ginger, and it gives its overall crisp freshness. And then you have this lingering, bold mint in this fragrance. And I could tell you this much, you don't get that Colgate toothpaste kind of mint. It's more like having a really good mint herbal tea without that herbal taste in your mouth, is how I can put it. But when you get that cumin, cumin seeds, and oak moss, and some, what is that other notochord in this? You get that saffron, and then you got some musk. Yeah, I wouldn't sleep on this one. This one just blows my damn mind away. It's an absolute masterpiece. And after doing a little bit of research on this one, it's considered an award-winning fragrance. And I still smell it on me. I'm impressed. So I can't wait to rock this year. All right, so let's talk fragrances. Why I like Zaharoff fragrances so much? Well, it's an indie niche house. Hey, what's up, Rohara? Long time no see. Make sure you hit that like button. It's absolutely free and no cost to you. Now, where was I? Why I like Zaharoff fragrances so much? Well, that's easy. His fragrances are special. You get your money's worth. You have great sillage, projection, longevity, and overall performance. And the best part is, George Zaharoff himself will go out of his way to help you out if your order gets mixed up, or if you have any questions, or you want to interact with him. He's a good guy to talk to. He's very down to earth. I talk to him occasionally. He gets back to you. And he happens to be a huge inspiration to me, because eventually I'm going to have my own fragrance house and my own fragrances out there. Sometime this year, I'll be starting to get my own supplies, perfume oils, and I'm going to start making my own fragrances. With that being said, there's nobody else that is like cool like George Zaharoff, and his vision and his interpretation and how he has these fragrances that come to life. And Zaharoff is probably my most favorite fragrance out there. Then you have Mancera. Pierre Montel is another good one. You have the Montel line, and then you have Mancera line. And there's so many beautiful, lovely fragrances you can pick from Mancera or Montel. And I've seen so many out in the community. I mean, I alone own probably 14 Manceras in my entire collection. That should just tell you. And the best part with Mancera is you can find them under $100, unless it's a new fragrance that came out last year. You probably would have to order it overseas, unfortunately. Or you might get lucky and find it at Joma Shop, aka Sloma Shop. And then another one, although not too many people are crazy for it, Louis Vuitton is a good designer niche fragrance, but it could be a pain in the butt to buy it when it costs so much. Do I think or agree that their fragrances should cost a whopping 300 some dollars? No way. Sh- I think some of them should at least cost relatively 150 to $200 max. But it is what it is. And it all goes back to high quality perfume oils. Now, there's a few websites where I can buy my own perfume oils, and I looked up certain ones that Argos and Pierre Montel and some of the what Jack Cavalier uses for Louis Vuitton. Some of them perfume oils are a whopping 50, 60 to 100 some dollars, so go figure. And you wonder why they jack up the prices. So then we got, see, another one. Some other fragrances, houses that I like. I like Rabanne, a great designer fragrance house that does fragrances. I'm a huge fan of the 1 million line. The EDT was fantastic. 1 million Privé was great. 1 million Lucky is phenomenal. Then you got the 1 million Parfum, 1 million Elixir, and then you got one of the newer ones that came out last year, 1 million Gold. Now, I've already put a dent in this bottle. I've wore it 4 times. Now, this one I absolutely like a lot more because it's more mature. It doesn't have that bubblegum sweetness. They took out the tuberose and replaced it with a mandarin orange. You have some blonde woods in this. It's a woody, leathery fragrance. I feel like the leather comes off like a wet scent. I'm impressed with this. So I may just have to give the Million Gold Elixir a second chance because when I first checked it out, it threw me off because it has a little bit of funk to it and it has the cumin seeds in it. So maybe it'll grow on me. But I do have a couple clones that are spot on by Lucianno that comes close to an actual real Louis Vuitton fragrance. And that's none other than, let's see here, we got Lucianno California Vibe. Is very like the opening is very dry, musky. You got a little bit of florals, kind of sweet, but nothing like Paco Rabanne sweetness. It's more like a masculine scent. But look at the pressurized atomizer. Just sprays enough out. Man, this is spot on to California Dream by Louis Vuitton. It's an extrait de parfum. Let's talk about projection, sillage, overall performance, and longevity. I get about 6 to 7 hours of longevity. And this one, as far as the sillage, maybe 1 to 2 hours. Overall performance, this is great for the spring, summertime. You could rock this in the warmer days of fall, autumn. I wouldn't rock this in the wintertime unless you're challenging. You might feel a little brisk, but it's worth getting your hands on and checking it out. You get it from Fragrance By. Teriyaki Intense will grow on you, Grim, like it did me. Thank you for coming. And here's another one. I've worn this a bunch of times. It's by Lucianno. Coastal Breeze. Spot on. Almost a carbon copy to Pacific Chill. However, with this one, you get a little more longer wear and longevity out of this. Great for the spring and summer, especially if you don't want to spend $300 some and you want something that's cheaper and affordable that's going to do the same job for you. I recommend this in 2025. I wouldn't sleep on this, not even a second. It's got that freshness that everybody likes and craves. Oh, man. You get that apricot, some dates. It's definitely worth getting your hand on. And you won't be disappointed. I've landed so many compliments with this one. And another one that's good, but better than Afternoon Swim by Louis Vuitton, is this. Here we got Lucianno Sunset Swim. 1 to 2 hours with sillage, 2 hours of projection. Longevity wise, you get a good solid 7 to 8 hours compared to the Afternoon Swim by Louis Vuitton. You get like what, 4 to 5 hours, and that's a waste of money. So much better. I wouldn't say this is spot on, but it's very close. And it's worth giving a chance. It deserves some love. So, I've been getting myself into some other houses this year, some other brands I never even heard of. And I'm about to pull them up because some of the scent profiles are quite interesting. So maybe I could put some people onto game. Here we got, I'm going to look that one up. This fragrance that I'm about to talk about is called Polish Potatoes. The name sounds silly, but it's worth the money. And it's by, who's this by? It's by Boho Baco. I think I probably butchered that name. Boho Baco. And it's a extrait de parfum. So this is like a tribute fragrance that it's like profound notes of earthy beetroot, sun-ripened wheat, crisp pine needles, some leather, fresh cut grass. It's got some patchouli. So you got leather, grass, wheat, beetroot, pine, rose, heliotrope, clove, Polish potatoes, patchouli, birch, soil, earth notes, oud, amber, vanilla, honey, hay, labdanum, and benzoin. Sauerkraut's actually good for you. I love sauerkraut. And then sticky fingers. Here we go. I got another one. Ew. And here's another one I never heard of that I want to buy. It's by Francesca Bianchi. It's called Sticky Fingers. And that kind of sounds kinky and kind of dirty. But this is more like a mood setting fragrance. It's kind of like rock and roll, chic, luxurious. So the description of this fragrance, it's spicy patchouli, powdery tobacco, and leather. One of my buddies from Instagram has it, and he talks about it all the time. And it's got like some deep, rich, bitter cocoa to it. And he landed a lot of compliments. And it's mellow as well. It's great for the winter time, fall time. Something I want to check out. But what I can't find is that free shape Milano 1111. It's sold out all over. But that scent profile, free shape Milano 1111, and it's got a high rating on Parfumo, 9.2 out of 10 out of 3 ratings. It's fresh, woody, citrus, aquatic, and it's more like a similar style fragrance to like Louis Vuitton Pacific Chill. But you got guava at the heart notes, you got lime, bergamot, ginger, artemisia at the top. Heart notes, you got aquatic notes, cardamom, lemon blossom, mint, night blooming jasmine. Base notes, you got amber, musk, orris root, precious woods, and vetiver. So that dry down right there is beautiful. It gets buttery. It's got that buttery texture that I love so much from orris root. Oh. Oh. Hey Grim, you gotta get on this one. You gotta get yourself a Roja 1819 Burlington. This one is beautiful. some grown man stuff here. I don't know how anybody could not like French Defense. That is a beautiful, remarkable cherry fragrance. It's not as like juicy, but it's more of a date night special occasion kind of fragrance. Amarud Whetstone. I never even heard of this house. So I'm certain you're quite knowledge about it. Hmm. Let's see here. What is that? Um. Ooh. I never even heard of this house. What stone? Oh, it's warm, spicy, aromatic scent for women and men. You got hints of bergamot, lemon, and sea salt, ginger, sage, cardamom, mineral notes, while the base is enriching with notes of vetiver, oud, cedar, patchouli, and ambergris. That sounds up my alley. Ooh, Umarud Oud Tabak. Ooh, this sounds good. Oh, I found it. After Dark. Oud After Dark. Hmm. The sweet, fruity, and leathery fragrance of Oud After Dark is a charismatic fragrance for women and men. Launched in 2016, this perfume comes from the house Amrar Oud. I'm certain I butchered up that name. At the start are notes from apricot, saffron, pepper, os, ah, osmanthus, and what? Dianthus. Then you got suede, oud, rose, olibanum, and plum, while the hints of amber, vanilla, ebony tree, musk, and tobacco is distinct. That's going on my list to check out. That sounds damn good. What's some other ones from this house, Joel? Oh, smoky citrus. Let's see what it says. Nothing. Here's one by, let's see if I could get it to focus. Smoky citrus. This sounds good. It's got a high rating. Citrusy, leathery, woody, fresh fougere. Oh, yeah. Bergamot, Italian lemon. Oh, it's got petitgrain, eucalyptus, lavender, mineral notes, leather, oak moss, patchouli, and woods. I'm gonna have to get this one. That sounds good. Blue Oud is a different brand. There's definitely no Blue Oud on this one. Man, they got some good ones here. I'm gonna have to explore this house. This one sounds good, Joel. Sumptuous Flower by Amawa Oud. Amwa Oud, I guess is how you pronounce it. It's got a high rating. I could see Ross getting down with this one. Citrus, fresh, floral. Jasmine, sandbach, orange blossom, peach, tuberose, red seagrass, rose absolute, yanglang, coffee wood, honey, musk, oak moss, patchouli, vanilla absolute. Damn, that sounds good. And they got new ones that came out this year or last year. Ooh. This one kind of gives me a, you know what? It's got gallibanum, rhubarb, tuberose, Tunisian neroli, jasmine, mastic absolute, orange blossom, yanglang, amber, frankincense oil, tonka bean. So it gets a little bit of resinous. Oh, yeah. Gotta get my hands on this one. Hmm. Dark orchid. Well, I can see why. It's got Mysore sandalwood, lotus wood, black orchid. Oh yeah, that's a nuclear bomb right there. S- Top notes you have citrus notes, black gardenia, mandarin orange, Sicilian bergamot. Heart notes you have black orchid, yangling, grassy jasmine. Then you got lotus wood. Base notes, you got frankincense, Mysore sandalwood, vanilla, Indonesian patchouli. Oh, this is very resinous. Yeah, I might have to get my hands on this. Hey, what's up, Spence? How's it going, buddy? What are you rocking today? I know you rocking something killer. Hey, what's up, brother? How's it going, Rafe? That's good, Spence. That's a good one there, Saunderson. Sounds good. So, Saunderson, I finally got my hands on that 1819 Burlington by Roja. And I gotta say, that is a masterpiece. It blew me away, and I still smell it on me. That dry down is beautiful. Oh man, I can't get enough of that. Oh, that smells so good. Mm, I think this is by hands down the best one by Roja. Mm, smells so good. I'm not going to get taken down. I'm being PG-13. Mm. Last but not least, I wasn't moaning. That's kind of like exhaustion because I worked out before I started my live. So I'm kind of beat. I'll tell you what's nuclear from Zaharoff right here in my hand. Precious treasure. Talk about longevity and sillage and projection. This just wafts everywhere. It's got that waxy lipstick feeling texture, spicy, fruity, not so much fruit, kind of citrusy. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Hands down, by far one of the best that George Zaharoff and Claude there came to minds with. This is just brilliant. A masterpiece. Oh, you got jokes, Rafe, huh? Hm, no comment. What's up, Diego? Yeah, you will go nose blind to that, but then it comes back to you. What are you rocking, Diego? You're always rocking something good. Ooh, two good ones there. Dior Eau Sauvage. Classic. I wasn't beating it. I'm beat because I had an intense workout. You know, I like to lift weights, exercise, keeps me focused, humble, and happy. And it makes me feel better about myself. Ooh yeah. uh, One of my friends just texted me. He's rocking one of the crazy, ridiculous priced niche quality fragrances by Bodacious the Victorious. Blue Sapphire. I couldn't spend my mind on that. Be nice if he dropped in for a bit. Oh, man. Back. Yeah, I'm like sore everywhere. Yeah, I know. I told him to follow you on Instagram because one thing I can say when it comes to fragrances or skin concerns, Saunderson can help you out with that. He knows his stuff in fragrances and he's very knowledgeable and he's one of my best friends. And he's more like family and a real brother to me. Mm, Goldfield and Banks. The only one I have is that ingenious ginger, and that's a marvelous, charming fragrance. But I hear silky wood is pretty good too. Ooh yeah, snap into a Slim Jim. You dig? I almost was gonna buy Manhattan by Roja today. Instead, I pulled the trigger on Argos Pour Home. Finally got an Argos coming. And I'm still waiting on my fragrances from Fragrance Buy. So the ones I got from Fragrance Buy is I got Stronger With You Amber and Stronger With You Freeze. And then I got Valentino Extra Dose on the way. And I got Stronger With You Tobacco and Stronger With You Oud coming in. I can't wait to get my nose on that Valentino Extra Dose. Joe. All right. I got a little announcement. So, whoever does help share my content and gets me to 100 subs, I will do another fragrance giveaway, but it's USA only. No overseas, because you can't send fragrances overseas unless you have a hazmat license. And it's kind of a pain in the butt to get one. I already checked into it. So I'm kind of glad I spoke to George Zaharoff on this, and he was very informative and told me how to have a hazmat license and how to go about it. So instead, with one of my subscribers, I just got him a Amazon gift card, and he was happy with that. And I gave him the cost value of the fragrance. So yay. So with that being said, whoever can share my content, post the most, and gets me to 100 subs, I'll be paying attention to all my subscribers here in my channel. I'll be watching, and I'll pick out that lucky, happy person and hook them up with a Mansera fragrance. I'm a huge fan of Valentino, but hey, everybody has their opinions. There's only certain designer fragrances I like out there. And I'd say Valentino, Armani, and Rabanne. Now, if it's niche, that's a whole nother scenario, whole nother level. There's way too many niche houses I can really get into. I still have yet to check out M. Micallef Red Colorado. That is next. I got to get that Ill Intense. Which one? What is that scent? That one that Ross has by M. Micallef. Besides Red Colorado. I got to look it up. Can't think of it offhand. I'll go on Parfumo. See if it's in here. There we go. Come on, where is it? There it is. I gotta get I gotta get Desert Toxic L Intense by M. Mikulev. That scent profile is totally my style. Saffron, bergamot, cardamom, lemon, mint, black currant, tonka bean, cinnamon, and it's got musk, patchouli, amber, cannabis, and moss. I think my favorite Valentino scent that I got that I actually appreciate is that Coral Fantasy for men. That was a good one. It's got that it's like smoky, got that crisp apple pie, but it's like very smoky, very good fragrance. I wore that a lot in the summertime last year. It was a really good one. And I've heard things about Valentino Umo Nior Absolu. You're right about that. That is a very good one. I just knew you would drop that one, Grim. Yeah, Mob, what's up with that, man? Why you teaching Mob how to spray fragrances wrong, boy? Come on now. You know you don't rub your fragrances in. That just, yeah, you gotta let them dry, transition, so you take in all them beautiful, sexy notes. Oh. Last but not least, I came across this other clone, and it's not an Aventus or anything, but it clones one of them other Louis Vuitton fragrances. And I just can't picture the name in my head. But this is by, I want to say, I think from the Emir line. It's definitely a Paris Corner fragrance. This is very masculine, but it's called Lieur d'Espieur Noche. And this one's really, really good. Not many people talk about this one. This is very masculine. Musk is very prominent. It's got some dry woods, got a Hava vetiver, very woody. In fact, I'll spray it on my skin. It's got like hay. I pick up a hay note, pick up like a Hava vetiver. I get some precious woods. It's got that agar wood. It's got some cedar, like a fresh cut cedar wood. You get some musk, and you got some citrus notes. I pick up like a petitgrain. In fact, let me look that up. I know it's cloning a cloning Louis Vuitton fragrance. And I think it's no. Oh man, that's it. So this one by Paris Corner from the Ymir line. This one is cloning Nuit de Feu by Louis Vuitton. And man, it's just like intoxicating. It kind of like just grabs you by the nose. Really good stuff. So the keynotes in the real one is white incense, black incense, infusion of a natural leather and oud wood. So let's see what I pick up the oud, but I also pick up like caramel in a way. So let's see here. Ymir. What's this called? Hmm. Hmm. Fuck. Mob, you're being hater. What is this called? Diaspidor Spawn or found it. Haters. Haters hating. Hmm. That's what I'm getting. Whew. That's what I'm getting. Bergamot, oud wood, leather. Black orchid, Szechuan pepper, jasmine sandbach, and rose, patchouli, tonka bean, ambigerous. This is a smoky, woody, warm, oriental fragrance. Oh man. pretty darn good. Man, this is a good fragrance, and it is definitely cloning the other Louis Vuitton fragrance that I actually got a sample of, and it's pretty spot on, and nobody talks about this one. This is more of a man's fragrance. Very masculine. This is for like a night out, date night, special occasion. And I've worn this a couple times, and I've got compliments out of this one. It's definitely worth getting your hands on and checking out, getting your nose on if you want a cheaper version of a really good Louis Vuitton fragrance. No worries, Spence. Always good. Thank you. Appreciate the watch hours. Yeah, Mob is going for chemical warfare. Saunders Scent kind of has a similar issue like you do, Mob, where he has to spray more than 6 or 8. Like he told me the other day, with some of his fresh fragrances, he's got to spray 4 to 5 different ones, or like 10 times. Unfortunately, I have a similar skin chemistry like Ross, where a lot of my fragrances just sit on my skin, where my body just doesn't really absorb them so quick. Plus, I do notice that uh I'm looking for a specific homage, and a lot of places are kind of sold out at the moment. Actually, Mob, no. I don't really wear lotion other than when I come out of the shower or in the morning. But, with that being said, I graduated cosmetology school, and I'm a licensed advanced esthetician, and I'm big in the skincare. And I learned a lot in skincare, and in the classes that I took, I learned a lot with skin chemistry and fragrances. And then when I decided to do my own channel, I do realize another thing that helps with making fragrances last long is if you're well hydrated and you take care of your skin with proper skincare, it makes a difference. So I take care of my skin, I hydrate. But if you took care of your skin and used lotion and did a skincare regimen routine, it really makes a difference when you put on a fragrance. And sometimes, I know a client of mine, because since I have my skincare license, I have a massage table, and I'm always making other money with my side business. But one of my clients has a skin condition like you. And ever since she got into skincare, taking care of her skin with her blemishes and breakouts and stuff, and using really good lotion, and she's more like a, niche fragrance person. She doesn't get into clones, she doesn't go for that. She supports the real artistry who put in that time, that work, and effort, and dedication. Like, she doesn't get down with clones. She don't buy cheap stuff. She likes, you know, supporting the real perfumers out there. Don't get me wrong, some of them clones out there are not bad, but I'm just tired of all these Aventus clones out there. They had their run, and everybody told me I should check out that RMF collector's edition, and I never got it. I passed it up. Didn't want it. I already got a few Aventus clones. I don't need any more. But ever since I got into niche, from whether it's Argos or Amouage or Roja, I'd rather stay there. Now, if some designer fragrance houses out there like Jean Paul Gaultier or Valentino or Rabanne drop something, then yeah, Imma check it out. But I prefer niche over all these cheapies. That's just my opinion. Now, I'm not saying here, "Hey, you gotta go out and buy this." I'm not like that. I just like talking about my fragrances in my own personal collection and why I like them so much. But if I could find you a cheaper price, I may make a suggestion, leave a link in my description box where you don't have to pay 4 or 500 some dollars on a top tier niche fragrance. Actually, I agree with you, Rafe. The only creed I actually wanted to check out was Virgin Island water, but then I heard from other creators that they keep reformulating every scent out there, so I kinda just passed it up. Yeah, Rafe is not a fan of Creed, and he can tell you sometime, and I have to agree with him. Aventus just yeah. I liked Virgin Island water. I checked it out the day I got what was that? Million Gold. I sprayed it on my skin when one of the, fragrance specialists weren't looking, and then I sprayed, Himalaya on my other arm, and I'll tell you this much, Virgin Island water and Himalaya didn't last long on my skin at all. Himalaya, I think I got 6 hours, and Virgin Island water, even though it smells so good, I didn't get good, longevity. I think I got 5 hours, so it's a waste, and that's probably the only house I will never get into. In fact, I'll take bond number 9, Scent of Peace Natural over Creed Aventus any day. And I'll take some of the bond number 9 frags out there over Creed. I'm just not big into Creed. And they're not like what everybody says. Yeah, that's what I got. When I sprayed it out, I checked it out, and then it's disgusting. It just gets into like a cheap alcohol uh Malibu rum. That's fine, Grim. Whatever you got to do, no worries. Because I'm end my stream here in a few minutes. I got some things I got to do. Speaking of that, yeah, my cat is trying to get my attention. Bond number 9, some of their fragrances you can find that are just the same like Creed. But perform way better. Like what was that one I found? Bond number 9, Ches Bond. That's a good one. Actually, he's starting to calm down, Rafe. He's actually starting to calm down for once. He'll be a year old next month on St. Patty's Day. He has his moments. He's like half domestic. My cat is half domesticated and half feral. When I got it, the mother cat was found pregnant in the wild. I mean, overall, when he doesn't get in those zoomy moods, as what the vet puts it, he can get wild at times. I don't go for animal abuse at all. That's wrong. You shouldn't kick an animal. That I have no respect for people who do that. That's wrong. I don't even want that kind of talk on my streams. I don't go for that. I could get into a story and tell you, but I won't. Exactly. If you're still here, Tommy, uh, there is a few homages I have on my list. There's one in particular I plan on getting soon. I'm just waiting for a couple of sites to be in stock. I'm either gonna go with Enclave or Lineage or Epic. I'm still looking for Boundless and Reflection 45. Nah, it's been long overdue. Now Mob is all scared. No, no, don't put me on a timeout. All right, y'all. I'm going to go. I got some things I got to do. Thank you for tuning in. It was a good live. I enjoyed hanging out with y'all. Keep in mind, thank you. You too, Diego. Have a good night. I'll catch y'all later. I will have a couple reviews tomorrow before I do some side jobs. I got a couple side jobs to do tomorrow so I can make some money. But I will have my new job 2 weeks from now. Thanks, bro. I will catch you another time. I might go live tomorrow during the day. It all depends how much time I have. All right, y'all. Peace.